We are witnessing a debacle in Afghanistan. The country is now in the hands of the Taliban, an obnoxious and repressive theological group of thugs. No one should be happy about that outcome. But was there a realistic alternative? For whatever you want to do in foreign policy, there is a principle that will justify it. The problem is every such principle has exceptions and needs to be applied based on the costs and benefits, risks and rewards. Mechanical application invariably leads to the wrong result. The Taliban was in charge of Afghanistan before the World Trade Center was bombed by al-Qaeda and its leader Osama bin Laden. We may not have liked the Taliban regime, but there was no significant movement here to do anything about it, at least militarily. The bombing on September the 11th, 2001 changed that. We decided to go after al-Qaeda, bin Laden, and their Taliban enablers. We toppled the Afghanistan government. We could have left at that point, but decided otherwise, moving forward instead with the regime change theory favored by the neocons. While in retrospect that seems like a mistake, after almost 20 years the Taliban had not been able to topple the puppet regime we had fostered. While our puppets were not particularly competent or honest, their rule was still better than what the Taliban had done and likely will do. So it was a success, even if a modest one. But Obama, Trump, and now Biden decided the time's up and that our puppets had to learn to stand on their own. We are not the world's policemen. Colonialism is dead. The neocon philosophy is bankrupt and should never have been pursued. Those are their principles, if you are looking for them. But our troops and money have propped up regimes before Afghanistan and will continue to do so after we have left there. 75 years after World War II, we still have troops in Europe. More than 65 years after the Korean War ended, we still have troops in South Korea. If we decided to stop propping up those regimes, would they be able to stand on their own? Maybe yes, maybe no. But we are not willing to risk seeing the Russians, Chinese, and North Koreans taking over those places and making their people miserable. Why were the Afghans unworthy? So the outcome that we could have chosen, but didn't, is this. We are staying however long it takes for the Taliban to give up or disappear into the trash can of history where they belong. Why the Europeans and South Koreans deserve our money and troops, but Afghans didn't, is a question that needs to be asked and answered honestly and not with the platitudes of so-called principles.